Hi, I'm Julie from Green Acres Nursery and Supply, and today we're going to be talking all about fruit trees, but not just any fruit trees, but fruit trees that specifically produce fruit in fall. It's really important to have fruit trees that produce fruit throughout the year. If you have all your fruit trees producing at the same time, if you have multiple trees, like all at the same month in summer, it can be a little overwhelming to try to eat all that in time. So if you have different fruit trees that grow at different or produce at different seasons, it extends it. You're not starving in your yard the fall or summer or spring, wherever you're missing a season. So we're just going to concentrate on fall stuff. I want to start with a really cool one. It's called a Little Miss Figgy. It's a fig tree. Figs produce in the fall, and this one specifically is me. So Little Miss Figgy, you can see she's already producing fruit. And what's cool is that these guys only get 3 to 4 feet wide, but about 4 to 8 feet tall. So they're really easy to control. They don't get out of control. They're extremely drought tolerant. They're low maintenance, and you can put it in a container. So you don't have to take up a lot of space if you're trying to have room to grow multiple fruit trees in your yard. But this is a great fall producer and easy. It's really good for beginners. If you want something else that's kind of fun and different that the Joneses don't have, I have really cool trees like this Jujube tree here. The Jujubes, they'll turn red. This one isn't quite red yet. This is a Lee. It's a self-fruitful variety. Not all of them are self-fruitful. It does have thorns, but again, this one is also drought tolerant and low maintenance, full sun. And the fruit is kind of chewy like a date. It's different. There's a few different varieties that taste a little different. It will lose its leaves in the fall, but right now it's an early fall producing fruit where you can see he's already going to town and doing his job and giving you lots of fruit. Super fun. Another one is the pineapple guava. Pineapple guavas are great for privacy. They'll grow like a good 3 feet a year. It's an evergreen, so you have it all year, and it's also drought tolerant. And this guy, he has a fruit that's about the size of a kiwi. Kind of tastes like a kiwi to me, but has a texture of a pear, and it has edible flowers. The flowers are actually really sweet when the petals fold over like a little puka shell. So really fun guy for privacy, from the neighbors if you need it, and it feeds the family, so that's always fun. Another really fun one that we have is citrus. So citrus is more in like towards the winter that it starts producing, but there's a lot of different varieties that produce throughout the year at different times. Like we do have Valencia oranges that are summer orange, but then we have the Washington navel, like this espalier here, where I got these big old fruit on them. They're gonna produce more around winter time, like December, when everyone's catching colds and you need that vitamin C. This guy is going strong, and it's also an evergreen. When they're young, you're gonna have to protect them from the frost. This one's a espalier, so it's trying to go flat. So again, if you're trying to save space and have multiple fruit trees, this is a good one that you can do to kind of cover up any like ugly fences, or maybe block out the neighbors a little bit in areas that are kind of low. But great, super easy, and also another drought tolerant fruit tree, as well as a fall winter producing fruit tree. One last one I want to talk about is pomegranates. So pomegranates are beautiful. They give you a real pretty gold fall color when they start losing their leaves, but before that they'll have their big old juicy fruit. I know when I was a kid I was obsessed with pomegranates, but I always had to eat them outside because my mom didn't want me to destroy everything she loved in her house with the juice. So there's another variety that's called Eversweet, and what's cool about Eversweet is that the juice runs clear, so you don't have to worry about staining, and it's a really sweet pomegranate too. So if you have kiddos, or just yourself like me still, that are prone to staining things, that's a really good way to get those antioxidants and all that good stuff and not stain everything. Another really popular one are apples. We have apples here that can require a lower chill time, so they do great in our area. And there's a lot of different varieties. Not all of them are self-fruitful. I have here the Pink Lady apple. That's a kind of a pinkish colored apple, but it's gonna be a little more tart like a Granny Smith, but this one is self-fruitful. But there's a lot of that, like the Fuji or the Granny Smith or the Gala, that are self-fruitful, but there are some like the Red Delicious that will need a cross-pollinator in order to produce fruit. So always make sure to check the tags that you got a successful situation going in your yard with a self-fruitful or two trees that need pollinators that will work together in your yard. So thank you for watching. I hope this helped you with any type of fruit tree questions that you had for fall producing fruits. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below, and be sure to like and subscribe so we can make more videos like this one. And happy planting!